what is Pluto gonna do to you? In this video, I'm gonna break down each of the houses that Pluto may be transiting for you. And I'm also going to show you a chart of all of the houses so you get a better idea. And I'll also talk a little bit about aspects, right? So your natal placements compared to what Pluto is doing right now in your natal chart. So make sure you hit the little save button so you can come back to this because this is going to be kind of data heavy. Oh my God, I have food in my teeth again. Anyway, and you can go back to the video from this comment if you want to hear more about my own experience with Pluto transiting Capricorn in my fifth house. Anyway, lastly, I'll say before I dive in that I do have a free workbook on understanding astrology basics and transits and things like that. It's linked in my bio, so go grab that if you want something that you can refer back to. Okay, so first and foremost, you need to understand natal Pluto versus transiting Pluto. So your natal Pluto is where it is in your chart, like all the time. So if you look at your natal astrology chart, you'll find Pluto is in a very specific sign and house. For example, I told you that Pluto is transiting my fifth house, which is has Capricorn there. God, what are words? But my natal Pluto just sits there forever and ever in my second house, actually, which is in Scorpio. So your natal Pluto for your lifetime, okay, like generational stuff, like the transformation for your whole life is going to like point out the psychological patterns that you have, the thing that you just cannot relinquish control of, but also something that you do have the opportunity to completely transform in this lifetime. Whereas transiting Pluto is going to bring a long-term transformation to the specific house that it happens to be moving through for the next 16 years. Okay. So it's going to tear down whatever old systems you had there and then help you rebuild something stronger. It is intense, but ultimately empowering. Now let's take a look at this house by house. So first house, if it is transiting, you can expect to have a redefinition of your identity, and you can expect a little help and support of pushing you into your personal power, but also maybe tearing down who you thought you were. Okay. Second house challenges your values, your finances, and your self-worth. Finances, I mean earned income. Okay. So like the income that we put work into, not income that just comes out of nowhere, like winning the lottery. That's more of an eighth house thing. Okay. Third house is going to transform the way that you communicate and your mental patterns. Okay. It's very airy over there. Our thought processes. Also, third house is going to be siblings. Fourth house, home, family, and emotional foundation. A lot of times this is representative of inner child or the house that we came from, but it can also represent like now your own immediate family if you have children or your own household. Fifth house changes in self-expression, creativity, relationships, and children. So seventh house is really more of like long-term relationships. Fifth house, I equate more to like falling in love, chemistry, that first meeting, dating, things like that. Okay. Sixth house, power struggles around health, routines, and work life. Seventh house, transformative partnerships, relationships either deepen or end. Okay. Eighth house, like I said, this is like other people's money, windfalls, inheritances, also shared resources, intimacy, and deep shadow work, the Scorpio type themes. Okay. Ninth house, shifts in beliefs, spirituality, and higher education. 10th house, career and public image are reinvented, often dramatically. 11th house, evolution of friendships, community, and long-term goals. 12th house brings about your hidden fears and subconscious patterns. Okay, so now let's look at some aspects, meaning transiting Pluto is doing something, communicating with one of your natal placements. Okay, so if it is a conjunction, meaning it's like right there in the same house and the same sign, I always call that like emphasis. Okay, it's going to intensify the energy of the planet or point Pluto is touching, often causing a full scale transformation. Okay, good luck with that. Three houses apart or 90 degrees. Okay, so if you're looking at the wheel, you'll see if you have a square. This brings some kind of external pressure or conflict, forcing some uncomfortable but necessary growth. And opposition, six houses apart, meaning they are opposite each other on the wheel, on the axis. This is going to create some tension through others, mirroring areas that need change, right? Because you're going to see the opposite of trine, okay, 4 houses apart. This kind of makes things a little easier. It allows growth to happen a little more organically. Nice aspect. And then lastly, and these are the most common, these aren't the only aspects that will happen, but lastly, sextile. Okay, so only 2 houses apart encourages opportunities for growth and evolution with a little less resistance, a little fancy. So the sextile looks like a little the trine, triangle opposition, it's like a little ball, a line and a little ball on the other end. Square, looks like a square. If you're looking at a chart that has aspects, okay. And conjunction looks like the one with the ball on either end, but it's aligned with just one. Lastly, here's an image of the wheel with all of the houses that's coming from the workbook that I'm offering in my links. And so it gives you an idea of the entire wheel, what each house represents, if you wanted to dig deeper into your chart in general, or just what impact that Pluto will have on the sign in the house that it's transiting through. So these signs, right, are not the signs that are in your natal chart. These are just the signs that are closely related in theme to the house, right? So 8th house themes, Scorpio themes are very similar. See, what else can we say? Aquarius themes, 11th house themes, Uranus themes are all very similar, if that makes sense. Pisces, 12th house, Neptune, if that makes sense. Anyways, grab this, save this video, comment, and let me know what house it's transiting for you and what house just finished so that we can kind of reflect and see what transformation happened.